Good morning, Kenu. Hello. Kenu, good morning. Hello. Hi, morning. Kenu, good morning.
Beyond. Excuse me, Amazon. TV shows and series with our services.
Good morning to you, Kenu. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning to you, my dear.
How is you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm hoping for the time.
Happy to hear you. Let's pray.
No.
Yes, Kenu. That's what
Yes, yes. Good morning to you. Good morning to CJ.
All right.
Yes, good morning to staff with the radio station. And For this hour, blessed Lord, remember all the and all for left behind. Particularly, we have so they programs and that is one is very hard. My team is not messing up. Each and every one of them. So, find them together like one bone plastic that cannot be broken. Lord, in the whole body is with one Lord. Reach out and touch them, Lord. That's why we want them this morning, Master. My God and my King. Prepare them, my voice this morning. Hear the blessings from your Lord. Hear the Lord. Lord, we are here to hear you, Lord. We are here to shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses. And we forgive those who trespass against us and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For them who think of the thank you, thank you. Yes,
Thank you. Nice. All right, so there we had it from Kenro leading us in a word of prayer there. The fact that we are a Christian society and whatever we have to do, we must invite the presence of the Almighty to get things going. And Kenro is the person that usually do that for us before we dive into our program. So I would be linking up with the good little lady. That little lady, she's
I
powerful.
said, do not call me little.
Repeat it.
That's right, you got it.
Claire, let me give you the opportunity to shout out your peeps and them as you usually say, man. Maybe you may not have a list, but whoever you remember, just go right ahead.
Good morning to the farmers across the seas. Good morning to Caitlin Hallie Douglas. Coffee in the morning. Good morning to the Hill Street family. Caris, a special good morning to you. Good morning to Wendy in Toronto. Mary, Lorna, Jenny. Good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning to, let me see her again. I can't remember who to say good morning to anymore because I lost my list. But Kathleen Ledlow, good morning to you. Good morning to Carol Belfon, Shirley Belfon, Nikki Sylvester, Silverly. Good morning to all my elite warriors. Hope you all are doing well without me in your presence. I've been hearing that you're doing good. Aggie, good morning. Good morning to Buddy. She's no longer in the lane Jester. She took flight. She is now in
All
London.
right. Wow.
Yes, we are the kind of the traveling bunch.
Moving out silently.
Yes, yes. No need to make any noise.
Oh
Good
gosh, I'm
morning.
telling you.
So, whoever I forgot, let me say my apologies to you, but you're in my thoughts. When I get you, I'll continue to say good morning.
Let me take the opportunity to say good morning to Gordon Bushes, Richardson, Leslie, Nicholas, and wife, Alistair Aito Duba, Andy Moose, Bartholomew, Wayne, Ted, John, the Clint's family out there in Boston. And as I come back home, the Hill Street people, I'm speaking of the Robinson family, that's Celia and her boys, and Carrie. So Carrie is just the last. Boy, she has given me so much.
Lim carry
Lim
along.
Carrie, Claire out there in Maho. Good morning to you. To the Tutman family out there in Montrodney Estate. Yeah, that's Justin and his wife. A special good morning to you. Miss Gladys out there in Madis. Good morning to you. Tricia out there in St. David's. Good morning. Godchild. That's Michelle out there in Riverside. Good morning to you. I can't think of anyone else at the moment, but if I do, as time progresses, I certainly will
And let me say good
acknowledge.
morning to Nicholas Snag. Thank you so very much for being there.
So, Claire, today is the start of Intercall. Today being Tuesday, the 17th of March,
It's also St. Patrick's Day. I see you wearing
2026.
a green t-shirt.
Well, yeah,
Mm,
but coincidentally, it worked out that way because,
mm,
yeah, today is also St. Patrick's Day, and the color of our parish is green,
mm-hmm.
predominantly green. And but it's also the T-shirt of the Sports Council,
I see.
which we fall under the Grenada National Sports Council. So the St. Patrick Sports Council, that T-shirt
So are
I
you going to
have
you're
on.
going to intercall?
Oh yes, Claire. I was asked to be part of the broadcasting team. So I'll be there, but I already told them that I'll be on from day one. I'll be reaching after lunch because there's no way I'm gonna give up my podcast to it down there because that has long been established
Well, congratulations, you've made it to the big
Be-
dance.
before I got it. Thank you. Well, who knows? Some them I don't get a chance to do anything. Just like when you go
The
off. So I'm preparing for
invitation
any.
invitation
So I'm
is
preparing
okay.
for any
Yes.
any eventuality. But yeah, that's how it will be for me for the next 3 days. Would be at the National Stadium. It's really when you go into the to intercall, Claire, it's a big thing. It's like a whole um camp out within itself. So you have to organize yourself, whatever snack you go in, you have your water, what I'm saying.
Mm.
Because when you get in there, it's like what they normally say again when you purchase your ticket, um
It's not refundable?
no, not that.
Okay.
Something about no exit or something.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I
Yeah,
haven't been to
yeah.
intercall in ages. I don't know.
I just I just forget the term they normally
Okay.
use, but it means that you're not allowed to go back out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's it. So the whole focus today on our state and for those in the diaspora, because many of us come through one secondary school or another.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big intercall is a big thing, big, big, big thing. The rivalry, you know what I'm saying? But one thing we must not lose focus at the end of it all, we must see Grenada as the bigger picture, meaning that 2 weeks from now would be the Carifta, which we'll be hosting right here. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Right.
Yeah. So, we have to, yes, individually as schools, you compete hard, passionate, but at the end of it all, we have to now put that aside and come together and look at Grenada, which is the bigger picture,
Right.
for to
Mm.
to weather the storm of the Junior Carifta Games over the Easter weekend from the 4th to the 6th of April. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so on the live here, if you have to remember to check the live, eh?
Oh, yeah.
So we have JG, the Jester Grant says we were muffled. So I think
Yeah, I
with the
think that.
muffling on now. Olavachi, good morning to you. Hope all is well. Lorna has checked in. So these are the people that are on the live, right? And Carol Belfont, she's always the first to say good morning when she's on the live. So
Okay.
so yes. So just how is football under the lights?
It's going all right, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to reschedule certain games, but it's going all right. It's going all
Okay.
right.
All right. So we're back today with how does the weather affect us mentally? Again, let us apologize for last week. We had a bit of a hitch. So we're taking it on today. And as I said, it's burr. It is cold out here.
Oh, yeah.
When Lorna said she was cold and Mary said he was cold, I used to sit in inside there and say, you know what? I feel so sad for you guys, but I enjoy it. No, I am in it.
Yeah, so Claire, we must at this juncture we must say special thanks to our technician. That's
My son,
Vondel Joseph,
my
yeah,
son.
that's Dugo, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, who sacrificed quite a bit, you know. We really cannot repay him for the sacrifice that he's
Quite
making.
true.
So we
Hmm.
just want to acknowledge him in that very special way, you know. It's important that you acknowledge people for what
Yeah.
it's worth. And
Yeah.
from my heart, Dugo, really from my heart, that is coming from me. And Claire as well, I suppose, you
I
know.
don't speak for
Yeah,
me.
that's,
I said he's
also,
my son.
also, thanks to Nisha for being around, sacrificing as well,
Yeah.
just as a result of trying to ensure that things go well. Do appreciate all of their
So we
inputs.
have two technicians or a technician and a half.
I ain't taking part in that. You know, yeah, I don't know a lot already.
Put up your hand. I don't know. I know I have a full technician.
I ain't taking part in that
Oh, okay,
at,
you don't have to
at
take part. That's
all.
fine.
Nah.
Oh my gosh.
So when the big stone pelt in, it's
I ducking,
who
all right, I
will it be
ducking.
that?
You know the guy singing Trinidad Cali, a ducking it or do
Yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going that way. So, and as we say, how the weather affects you. And the funny thing is, with whether we are in the Caribbean, we're in North America, Europe, Asia, whichever part of the globe that you're residing on, we got weather issues. And as they say, global warming is taking over the world right now. The Arctic ice is melting rapidly. We have more water than anything else that they cannot control. So, but there are different ways in which the weather affects us.
Well,
So,
the thing about it is that's a very, very interesting topic today because there may not be much weather patterns per se. It may be very limited, but interestingly, what comes along with the
mhm.
different type of weather pattern that appears. And to me, that makes it very, very interesting and could be
Carolyn
very much
Belfont says
widespread.
it is very windy and cold in Montreal.
Yeah,
Yes, she's in this French. Yeah, Montreal is always colder than it is in Toronto. And if you go to Edmonton, well, let's talk about cold. The different
yes.
parts of Canada gets a different freeze. So,
I I've never been, so I can only imagine.
Mm. Oh, good morning to SBW. Hope all is well with you. Thank you for checking in.
Hilarion Gunput is there as well.
Oh, well,
Say
look
good
at.
morning to the beautiful family.
Yeah, that's my people name. It's not yours, just mine. Just remember.
Yeah, take all of them.
So yes, and Hilarion Gunpot, he works in the deep fridge too also. He works
Yeah,
outside.
I'm
So,
jealous of it.
and let me say good morning to Yellow. That's Yellow, like Jamie and Edgar Yellow. He's
Yeah,
out there also. Yep.
Yellow.
Yeah. You know DJ Yellow.
Yeah, I remember Yellow, man. Yellow used to
Hmm.
be Radio FM. I remember Yellow
Exactly.
well.
Yes,
From
yes.
Poetry, from
There
Poetry
you
area,
go.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember
Mhm.
Yellow.
So yes, so the weather has physical health impacts on each and every one of us, eh? And as we started last week, we said whether consciously or unconsciously affects the daily choices you make. It helps to determine whether you dress to stay warm or cool, to enjoy outside activities or stay inside, or evacuate to a safe place during extreme weather conditions. It can have both immediate and delayed effects on health, food production, and general well being. So there's the physical aspects of the weather, how it impacts us. It says weather affects nearly every system in the human body. Extreme heat can lead to heat exhaustion and heat stroke, particularly when high temperatures and humidity prevents the body from cooling itself through sweating, potentially causing dizziness, nausea, convulsions, or organ damage in severe cases. So, this alone should tell you how important the weather is to us and how it can impact us positively or negatively. It says weather impacts human, animal, and plant health. Don't confuse climate and weather as the same phenomenon because they are not. Climate represents average weather conditions over several years, while weather is something that can change every single day in every single location around the world. So the point I was making earlier, whether you are in India, in Africa, in Asia, every part of the world where there is a weather system, we are impacted. And it
Okay.
says weather comes to causes strokes, heart attacks, and they increase during winter. So take for example, those of us who are in the US, United States, Canada, and all Russia and all the cold countries around the world, when it snows and you have to shovel the snow, you have an increase in heart attacks. Because most people, they want to shovel, they want to get rid of the snow at a fast pace. So they just shovel and they shovel, and that puts a lot of pressure on the heart, causes heart attacks and even strokes. So it says
Oh,
blood vessels naturally constrict during cold weather, which leads to higher blood pressure in the body in the winter. And that's a very important point. As a naturally occurring survival mechanism in all mammals, blood vessels constrict to maintain blood temperature and control heat in the winter. Blood pressure rises because there's less room for blood to move through the circulatory system. As a study from the University of Florida found that fatal heart attack and stroke peak during the winter months. So there you have it, Jester. You see, the cold weather that we are living in right now it's not conducive to our health, really. And the
yeah.
same thing can happen in the heat also.
But so Claire, you just while you was talking about the adverse conditions of of when it snows. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just brings me back for our people here who have their relative friends that are out there in North America and other places, some of these countries that are affected by snow and things. That even if they give you a painkiller, we should be very much appreciative of it. And a number of times I find we tend to take this thing for granted because it's no easy thing out there. Because regardless of how much amount of snow that falls at times, people got to make their way to work. You have to get out. Not like a lot of us in Grenada, as soon as a little bit of rain, we
Mm-hmm.
stay home and we get away with it. It's not so out there. That's why we will have to be so much appreciative because look what you are mentioning that is associated in times of snow.
Yeah, yeah. It is true. I mean, it's not something that I'm making up for myself. And the thing is, I live in Canada for over 35 years, as I always say. And you hear on the news where people die from heart attacks because of this shoveling snow. So what they say to them is do it in small portions. Do some now, rest, and go and do some again. But imagine when you have a snowstorm and the snow keep piling up and it keeps coming. People do not want to here take a break and then do some and come back. They try to go as much as they possibly can. Mary can attest to that. Lorna can attest to that because Lorna shovels the snow also.
Because Claire, I think the reason why that is happening because isn't a case whereby if somebody passes um on the sidewalk that is in front of you and they fall or something and damage themselves, um wouldn't they be able to sue you as the person that them did?
There is a time limit to that. After 24 hours, if you did not shovel your the sidewalk where you're in front of your house, and somebody gets hurt, you're they're holding you for that. Yeah, but it's not right after the snowfall. You have to get time to clean your snow,
Okay,
so it's
okay.
24 hours after.
But you think that is the case in the US as well, or same
Everywhere.
as
Yeah,
same?
North America.
Okay, okay, all right,
They
understand.
you listen. If you do not clean your snow at a certain amount, they ticket you.
All right,
Yeah, so
okay.
it's not any child's play. So you have to. And if somebody is passing and your snow you clean the snow and it turns ice and you did not salt it or put some sand it or something, and somebody fall and break their leg or something, you are responsible for that person.
Wow.
So that's why people take it seriously when it's to clean the snow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm telling myself that's why they usually want to go at it so hard. They just thought, let me just do it and get over it. So whatever that is the amount, they will just fight and do it. Maybe that's why they find themselves under immense pressure trying to
Hmm.
clean it up all at once.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, the thing is, like you said, people when people stay in the cold and send something to you, you should appreciate it more because all of these things that you have to go through, it
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
cause a mental breakdown on somebody.
Oh, yes.
Because take for example, I have a home and I'm away, and winter comes and the snow pile in front of my house or on the sidewalk, and somebody get hurt, whether I'm there or not. I'm on the hook for that too, because my snow is not cleared.
Mhm. Yeah.
So the
Yes.
weather affects us in all different ways. Not only the snow falling from the skies, but also when it's on the ground, how it affects you. So now we are going to be talking about the mood and mental well-being. So now you heard me say before that I would never come to Grenada in December and go back to Canada in January. That's because when you leave Grenada in the hot sun And then you go back to Canada or in America in the cold weather, nothing makes you depressed than that. So this is where your mood swings comes in. It says the connection between weather and mood is well established. Bright sunny days tend to boost energy and create a sense of optimism. This is often due to increased sunlight exposure, which encourages the body to produce more serotonin, the hormone linked to happiness. So you see, when we're in the sunshine, we are always happy. We're bouncy, and things are happening for us. Our mood swings is great.
Yeah,
So,
but
yes.
usually, Claire, whenever you're coming out from one extreme situation and going directly to another extreme situation, regardless to what it is, it always have some form of effect. And that's the whole thing.
Well, I'm not sure because if I live here in summer, people used to say to me, "Why are you living in summer and go in summer?" Because if I leave Grenada in the heat and go to Canada in the heat, I'm in my element. I have nothing to adjust. But if I live here, Grenada in the cold, in the heat, and come in the cold, of course, it has an effect on me because I came here 2 weeks ago and I got a cold.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, from one extreme condition to another.
Well,
So
extreme
it's
heat and
coming out
extreme
from the
heat is
heat.
not a different condition.
No,
It's
no. You're talking about if you go to, when during the cold time when it's snowing and things. That's what I'm speaking about. So if you
well,
come
yeah.
out, yeah, that's what I'm making mention of.
Okay. Well, yes, because I got a cold and I'm like, what do you mean? Why do I get a cold? So yes, so that's the adverse weather on the condition on your body. It says the weather also influences mental health and emotional states. Sunlight exposure can improve mood and energy levels, while prolonged cloud cover or gloomy conditions may lead to irritability or low motivation. Environmental psychology studies highlight how weather and climate shape human behavior and mental well-being. So from the heat to the cold, it has a negative adverse effect on you than live in the cold and go to the heat. Because I'm not you would understand that when people leave North America or England or wherever in the cold and come to a hot country, they enjoy themselves. It's like they just open up. And when it's time to go
Certainly.
back, everybody is like, mm, I have to go back to this cold place. I don't want to go back. I wish the flight is canceled. All kinds of negative things happen to us because we eventually don't want to go. Because the cold weather has that negative effect on us, right? So
Yeah. But
so here it is. When weather brings the blues, and you know what the blues is, right? You're there and you're just in the doldrums. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to bathe. You don't want to go outside. You don't want to do anything.
you're not motivated to do anything.
Exactly. So it says seasonal affective disorder. And here what it says, SAD. That is significant seasonal affective disorder. Occurs frequently among people who live in under constant cloud cover or reduced sunlight in the winter. In people diagnosed with this disorder, depression usually sets in at the onset of fall and dissipates when the earth cycles back to spring at their location. So on the 21st of March, it will be the first day of spring in North America. So
Okay.
everybody will be up and looking forward to the warm weather coming in.
But there's a comment here before you move on. For some strange reason, I rather the cold weather. I don't like feeling hot. That's a
Well, I like
comment from
feeling
one of
hot.
our sisters.
So who likes the cold? Kudos to them. I know a lot of people prefer to stay cool than to sweat.
Yeah,
So,
well,
whatever floats anybody's boat, they sail in. So I'm okay with the heat. You're okay with the cool. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. People have different preference, so
Yes,
we
yes.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
So although SAD can affect most anyone, more women seem to experience this type of depression than men do. Symptoms include irritability, concentration issues, changes in sleeping and eating habits, lethargy, and loss of interest in one enjoyable activities. This cure, or the cure, sunlight, vitamin D, or hours spent beneath light therapy lamps. So you see, just the people that this affects most is us, women. We go through
Yeah.
depression. We go to lack of sleeping or eating habits because, or how do you call it, dopamine in our body or the whatever, serotonin, it level drops. So we are unhappy. So it says extreme weather and climate change now. Severe weather events such as storms, floods, and wildfires pose additional risk to both physical and mental health. They can increase stress, anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, which is PTSD, highlighting the importance of preparedness and climate adaptation strategies. So just so we may look at the weather as oh, it's raining, sun is out, or snow is falling. But you see the impact it has on us, on our human being. It is
Yeah.
not something as simple as I wake up and the sun is shining. It has a mental health effect on us as
Yes.
well as a physical effect on us.
Because I being around and growing up, being around some of our elderly folks, Claire,
Mm-hmm.
um, without seeing the rain coming, I would know through them. Definitely, and they always had it right.
Yeah, the knee
They
hurt in
get that
them.
feeling,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, and make no mistake about it.
It
Whenever
is true.
it definitely it would rain. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you,
And sometimes we used to say, well, how would you know that it's raining or it's going to rain? Oh, my knee is hurting me. Oh, my elbow is hurting me. Something in there is hurting me. And just you saying about your folks from before, it's happening to us right now too.
I don't reach my day so yet.
You
Maybe
rich,
I'm
don't
not too.
lie.
Maybe I'm not too fine. But
You lying?
no, no. I don't reach that bad yet, man. With this height and joint pain and thing. No, not yet.
No, I
I'm just
have back pains, and when it's going to be really cold, I know because my back start to act up, so I know when it's going to be really cold.
yeah, well, every now and again, yes, you may have a little pain, but mine is not really consistent, as
But
to
I
say,
didn't say
well,
I didn't say
because
anything about
it's
consistency. I
yeah.
said you're going through that. You say we going through that right now. So I think we should take a quick commercial break and be right back.
All right. So, folks, we are going to have a commercial break at this time, and we'll be right back with you.
You gotta remove me.
With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Oh, you're looking for that one. You could get your sugars and past services. We satisfy your needs. That's what to take five. Your message.
I see we're back.
Welcome back, listeners, to Take 5 for yet another Tuesday. Tuesday being the 17th of March 2026. So as we bring you the topic, how does the weather affects us mentally?
Yep. And it does affect us mentally. So there's a physical health and well-being when you're going through weather. It says weather plays a significant role in your physical health. Example, hot and humid conditions may cause dehydration or heat stress. Pollen levels during spring affect those with allergies. Southern weather changes can worsen asthma or sinus. By tracking the weather and preparing accordingly, one can better protect their health. But this is a significant point, because a lot of people are suffering with allergies. You hear them sneezing, their eyes are runny, their nose, they're always itching their nose and stuff like that. And all that has to be part of the weather.
Yeah,
So as spring comes along, a lot of people will be suffering from with allergies going into summer. And when it comes to fall, when it is the first set of cool weather like snow or something, it changes to get back to normal. So even in England, they call it hay fever. I'm not sure
yeah.
what we call it here. I mean, in Grenada, my mind is both places.
But
I don't know what to call it.
I know of a few people that suffers with allergies bad, really bad.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, based on the prevailing weather conditions at the time. They do
Hmm.
struggle a lot. Yeah, it's a sorrowful situation at times to see them go through
Yeah.
that period.
They have red eyes, they're sneezing constantly, and people might hear you sneezing and think that you have a cold or something, but
Yeah,
allergies cause that.
yeah, I know. I know.
What you know somebody that suffers with allergies and always sneezing and rubbing their
I know.
nose?
Yeah, I know a few people well. Not
Mm,
just one. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So that's to
That's what
tell you how the weather affects us. And you see, a lot of us do not pay attention to these things, Jester. And
that's it.
again, go ahead.
Remember I was telling you that not just like the weather, the present or the prevailing weather condition at the time, but what comes along with it, what it causes, what it brings along with
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it can affect many people adversely. Yeah.
And let me say this to people that are listening to us: please like, share, and subscribe. As you see, we bring different topics every week that each of us can benefit from. So share it so somebody else will benefit from what we are talking about. And like it also. Please like.
Share.
What's that?
I say like and share. Yeah.
Yes, please do that.
Sh- Sharing is caring. Yeah.
If you say so. Listen. So we talk about the weather affects nearly every system in the human body. As it says, it can bring heat exhaustion, heat stroke, especially when the temperatures are high and the humidity prevent the body from cooling itself through sweating, potentially causing dizziness, nausea, convulsions, or organ damage in severe cases. So you see, some people suffers from epilepsy.
Yeah.
People that say the trembling and the falling down. It's called epilepsy.
Yeah.
And the extreme heat can also cause it because it stresses the body. The body cannot cool down enough for them to think, so they go through the convulsions.
Well, you might be right about that in truth because I
Wait,
remember
hold on. I might what?
you might be correct about that.
No, I am correct.
Because I remember back in primary school, my primary school days at St. Patrick Iris, there was that girl I knew, and she used to suffer with fits
No,
bad, and she used to
epilepsy. Please say
frat
the
and
word
thing.
epilepsy.
Well, epilepsy, okay,
Right.
but not the same. Some people is not isn't the same thing as some people
The
that say
people call
fits.
it, but say the correct word, it epilepsy.
Well, okay, all right, epilepsy. And what I realized, it only used to be happening during the dry periods. I never knew it used to be happening with her, like during the rainy periods. I
Yeah.
just saying
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. Extreme heat can cause it. And even in the people that suffers with allergies, the sinuses gets worse, and they have more frequent asthma attacks. So the weather
right?
has a big part to play in our mental and physical health. Because mentally, you worry about what is going to happen to you when it physically happened to you.
Yes, that's true. That is true because how it will affect you so bad, so you must put some mental strain on you
Yes.
as a person. Yeah.
So cold weather now. Cold weather causes blood vessels to constrict, raising blood pressure, and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. So, I mean, the cold weather is not very good for us here, Jester.
But so some of our leaders, you all overstay all time over there. That's the whole thing.
You think we're doing it because we want to? Or is it out of necessity?
That is why, well, here's a comment there. That is why a lot of our senior citizens come home during the winter. Yeah.
Yep. That's true. They come home in the winter and then they go back in the summer and yeah, because it's really tough on your body.
Yes.
So
I
it
know you
says, mhm.
I know you have some people out there, they're just waiting for a certain time to reach and they'll be coming home for good. Maybe
Of
they'll just go
course,
back on like a medical attention and all them thing, but they'll be calling they'll be saying bye bye to North America and
hasta
all
la
these
vista.
places. Yeah.
Yep. So it also says that seasonal changes can also influence vitamin D levels, immune function, and susceptibility to respiratory illness. And that's the cold weather that can cause that. So when you're in winter, let's say in cold countries, your doctor is always advising you to take vitamin D because the lack of sunlight.
Right.
So if you stay away for a while and then you start looking like Casper the ghost, you start getting fairer and fairer. That means you're lacking vitamin D in your body. So
Right.
in order to combat that, you take vitamin D every day until you get into the heat where your skin can be absorbed in your skin or through your eyes.
Okay, between you and I, which is your preferred weather condition or weather pattern?
Huh?
Well, you could take it from a standpoint back home because we have basically two weather patterns there. They were dry and wet, basically. Back
So
home.
you're asking me based on Grenada or based on my
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
demeanor?
based on Grenada.
Well, I'm a hot kind of girl.
Yeah.
So I like the
I
heat.
love I love the sunshine. I love the sunshine. I
Let me
mean,
tell you
it,
something. When you wake up in the morning and you open your door and your windows and you have nothing but sunlight and you can step outside and just take a deep breath and enjoy, nothing beats that for me. And then I can go talk to
yes.
my plants and then water them. And I love it when it's hot.
Yeah, same thing with me. it doesn't mean that certain things that comes along, because when it's pretty dry, the dust flies around more, it gets into your eyes and your nostrils. You gotta remember these things do come with it too, eh?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why we have
But
masks
but
and we have
but I
sunglasses.
but how many of us usually turn to that? I mean, not
I
much. We just
know.
go along with a jolly go away, you know what I'm saying?
And this is a good reason. I'll tell people that now. When you're going through those dry spells, like when we have the Sahara dust, and it's people are having problem breathing properly, and so it is a good thing to flush your sinus. And you can do that. The best way to do it is to go to the sea and let your face go to the water. The salt water is going to do that. Or you
Okay.
have one of those water bottles, you can poke a hole in the top of it and use it and flush one side of your nose, and the dirt and so comes out. I flush my nose all the time because when it's
Okay.
dry. So you can do that also to protect yourself. So individual differences. You just asked me about which one I'm most sensitive to. It says sensitivity to weather varies among individuals. Older adults, people with mood disorders, and those with certain medical conditions may experience stronger effects, including migraines, insomnia, or heightened stress. Personal preferences and acclimatization to local climates also influence how weather impacts mood and energy levels. So each individual go through things differently during with the weather. So some may enjoy to I like the heat. Another person comment that they prefer the cold. But even in those circumstances, we experience different sicknesses with it. Like some people may have migraines. Some cannot sleep properly at night. Their stress level is heightened. Some of people cannot acclimatize to what's going on around them. So it's a different thing. Example, when we take our children from Canada, England, or different parts of the globe and take them to the Caribbean, and their skin start breaking out with plugs and everything, it is not always mosquitoes or sandflies that's biting them, eh? It is a difference in the climate.
Yeah, that's true.
And it can be really, really bad for some. And those that had it bad, they would never come back to the Caribbean because their skin is like polka dot, they get infections. Some of them end up in the hospital. And we tend to think that, oh, it's the mosquitoes or the sandfly. Not always. The difference in the climate. So it has
Yes,
adverse effects on some of us and negative ones.
it's not easy in truth, because I've seen some people that come from England, and when they land, as soon as they land there and you see them, I mean, this skin is as smooth as velvet. But
Hmm.
by the time after week one, going into
Oh,
week
a few
two, Claire,
days. Yeah, a few
oh
days.
my gosh, I feel sorry for these people and them
Some of them
sometimes.
can't even
You
walk
know,
because their feet is swollen and everything like that.
yes, I know of some of them that end up by the at the doctor already
Hmm.
for that kind of thing. Yeah.
They do get infections. So it is true. So it's not always to blaming our mosquitoes and our sandfly. The climate has a big part to play in that also. So
Yeah.
here is another one: productivity and focus. Weather also affects how well you focus and perform daily tasks. Bright daylight often increases productivity and mental sharpness, making it ideal for work and study. In contrast, dark, stormy days may reduce energy levels and motivation, temperature also plays a role. Extreme heat can make you feel sluggish, while extreme cold may cause discomfort and distraction. A comfortable environment is key to staying productive, whether you work from home, an office, or outdoors. Let me ask you, is the phone on, Jester? Did you turn the phone on?
Yes, the
Right,
phone is
okay.
on.
All right.
Let me just take a comment here what someone would have wrote. Some people feel more focused and productive on sunny days, while others may prefer rainy weather condition. Some may prefer rainy weather because it feels calmer and less distracting.
That's quite
That
true.
was a comment. Yeah.
That's the same thing that I'm reading there now. Because if you're walking outdoors in extreme heat, you will feel uncomfortable. That's why it says you find a balance in where you work, whether it's at home, at the office, or outdoors. We have to find the balance that makes us comfortable. Some people may like to work when it's raining because a lot of people do not go to work when it's raining.
That's it. I tell you, we are famous for that in Grenada,
Yes,
and we do get away with it. We do get away with it.
yes. Coffee in the morning just sent a message asking what the topic we are talking about. So reach out to Coffee. His number is 414-8409 and let him know.
So do I have to call
Okay, no,
him?
I'm going to tell him to call the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once again, yeah, just letting our listeners and viewers know the topic at hand is how does a weather pattern affects us mentally?
Yep. And it does affect us more than we realize that it does. So transportation and travel plans. Again, the weather play a big part in that.
Oh yes.
Just because if Hurricane Emily when Emily was it Emily? Yeah.
We had we had Emily, then
And
the last
Beryl,
one we had
Beryl.
was Beryl.
Right.
Yeah,
When
Beryl.
Beryl was coming, the planes couldn't come to Grenada. Nobody could fly because, hey, chances that the plane will go down.
Yes, yeah. We don't
So the
want to
weather
risk
affects us. So
that.
here it says transportation and travel plans. Your commute and travel decisions are often dedicated by, sorry, I'm going to read that again. Your commute and travel decisions are often dictated by weather. Rain, snow, and fog can cause delays, road hazards, and low visibility. Flights may be canceled or postponed due to storms, while public transport might experience slowdowns. Being aware of the daily focus allows you to plan ahead, leaving early, using alternative routes, or choosing the safety travel option are all ways to avoid weather-related disruptions. So, again, to travel. A lot of people, when it was after burial, a lot of people had to wait a week or 2 or 3 before they can go back to the place they came from because planes weren't flying.
I think we had a call, we missed a call there. Just ask the caller to call back.
And I forgot to say good morning to Daphne Date and family out there in Toronto. My apologies. Yeah. So I think that maybe Coffee was calling.
Yes.
So let
I
me
just
tell you
said that she
something,
will
just
call back. Right?
I don't know if you know about the barometric pressure.
Right, hold on. Let's take the call now. He's calling
Okay.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Category. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Yeah, coffee in the morning.
Smoking. And look at the time you choose to have that coffee, when the heat is already on. And and the water was really at boiling point. So you know what's happening, coffee. Hello? Oh no, don't tell me we lost coffee there.
Call him back.
Wow.
Yeah. So if he calls again, but I was saying, I'm not sure if you know much about the barometric pressure, but some days you can see the cloud really, really heavy, and that's when the barometric pressure comes into effect. And sometimes you might be there and say, "Oh my gosh, I got a headache. I don't know what's causing it." But when the barometric pressure is low, people can get headache. It affects me just like that too. It's heavy. You feel lethargic. You feel nauseous. That's mean the barometric pressure is low. So you can really see it in the skies. You could feel this. You could and feel it.
Yeah.
So
The
it has
barometric
all
what?
the barometric pressure.
Yeah. I usually it's the weatherman talk about that, the barometric pressure when they giving weather news.
Yes, yes. So it affects people in different ways, just the same way also. So clothing and daily choices. So what you wear is one of the most immediate decisions influenced by the weather. From raincoats and boots on wet days to sunglasses and hats in the sun. Your outfit must match the focus. So you cannot be out there today with the weather focus at 42 degrees with sun hat, sunglasses, and sandals. You're not matching the focus at all. Today calls for scarves, hats, gloves, and your warm leggings and your winter boots. That's it. In a
Yeah.
nutshell, this is winter attire.
But how down here in under our tropical climate conditions, sometimes I see some ladies, sun is as hot as ever, and they have these big, tall boots reaching
Well,
right up under the knee.
let me put it that way for you. If you're talking about me, I wear my tall boots too. But
But you
hold
might
on,
be
hold
eligible
on,
for
hold
another.
it, hold it. I have my tall boots, but it is not a winter boots. It is a summer boots. So the winter boots has fur inside that is lined there to keep you warm. The summer boots just have, you wear listen, it's called cowboy boots also. So when you go in karaoke singing and you start to sing and you say, what are you singing? What is the song that you're singing in karaoke? You have your boots on to match your song.
Or Jesse James.
Yes, just like Jesse James.
You must remember that song.
That's it. Coffee is not getting through, so maybe you call coffee number, Jester. Just use
Yes.
the WhatsApp number, look for his number, and just dial it right back.
All right. We
Yeah.
certainly do.
Yes. Just scroll down, look for coffee on WhatsApp. You will see 473-414-8409. Just hit it and you'll get coffee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Clay and Coffee.
Good morning to you,
Good
Coffee.
morning.
And how do you all do?
Well,
Yeah, because what I'm like, Clay, Coffee, Clay, good morning. How you do?
I am doing good. I'm cold.
Yes, but I'm hearing some extra music, like a little distraction there. Um,
I don't know. It's maybe it's echoing on your end.
is-
Maybe
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Hello, take five. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm
We are
hearing
hearing you,
you.
Coffee. We are definitely hearing you.
All right, right.
You just wait.
So, all right. So, what I would do, I think that it's really a very interesting topic that you are in to the circumstances beyond my control. But just that you are looking great and confident, you're looking great. So I believe next week, Tuesday, God's willing, I will be able to get the your topic for next week, so I can be able to make my winning contribution. So continue to be blessed, and I'm listening from my end. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Keep chiming in.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Appreciate
Blessing,
it.
blessing.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So Coffee said what he had to say. He's going to be on next
yeah.
week.
Yes, Coffee gonna be on the ball next week, God's will.
So Jester, just to let you know that even though you see some of us with our tall boots, it's not winter boots.
There's no winter boots.
Nope. Well, some may have winter boots, but mine is not. But let me tell you, I'm a boots kind of girl. I love boots, eh?
Yeah.
I have short ones, short ones. I love boots. So
I know, love your boots, your tall boots with the little heels.
yeah, yes, I like boots. So yes, so we talk about we're talking about clothing now. So you have to be very careful how you dress for the weather that you are experiencing. It says weather also impacts choices like whether to walk or drive, eat indoors or outdoors, or even how much time to spend outside. These small decisions shape your day and add up over time. It says sleep and comfort. So before we go into sleep and comfort, let's take a quick break and then we shall be right back.
Okay, great.
For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463. Or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. We Noise TV, the leading streaming provider.
At Sugar's Repair Services, we offer different complex business. Successful music house, general machine, show us your pattern, and relate with precision machines. At Sugar's Repair Services, we satisfy your needs. Just ask, and it will be done. Take five. Your mental. We are back.
Welcome back to our listeners and viewers out there to this very interesting program entitled Take Five. And today we are looking at the topic, how does the weather affects us mentally? The time is 19 minutes on the downswing of 11, and that is in the AM. Claire, welcome back.
I am back.
Well, so for a moment I got frightened, you know.
I know, I saw
thought
it
you
on
had
your
left.
face. I'm like, oh, let
I
me just pull his legs a little bit.
I thought you had left us.
Oh my, no. Did you check the live to see if anybody checked in again?
No,
Any new,
nobody knew.
no
I don't
new
think.
viewers?
No, no
Okay.
news.
Okay, just checking, just checking. So we are heading into sleep and comfort. And let me ask you something, Jester. When is the best time for your sleep? In what time? In weather pattern?
I think it's under rainy conditions. That's why I prefer rainfall at nights.
Okay.
Yes, in the day, to sleep in the day, if it's sunny, you don't usually get a very comfortable sleep, except if you are exposed to maybe air condition and you turn it on or so under this,
Mm-hmm.
maybe yes, but quite not well, speaking naturally, it's more uncomfortable to be sleeping in the day, really, than at nights, especially if it rains at night.
Okay. Me? I sleep in any time.
Well, we did not say we would not sleep, but you're just saying,
No, I
well,
prefer I prefer
yeah,
I prefer in school, honestly. But you know where we are, where I am.
yeah,
You get this breeze from the park coming across through the windows. It's a
yes.
pretty windy there. But the funny thing is, if my window is open and I feel the breeze on my skin, I can't sleep. There's a fluttering that makes me feel really awful. So I get up and close my window.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I can't stand wind blowing my skin in this kind of way. So, and even though there's AC, I hardly put on the AC. So I sleep in any condition whatsoever. Although
Okay,
people
well,
think that when it's raining, but then again, Jester, back home, when you hear the rain on top the house top, it makes you want to
yeah.
sleep and bury them. But I don't hear the rain on my house top.
It gives
And
you a
that's the
nice
difference.
feeling. But you see, oh, your house is sealed to the bottom, right?
Yes.
And that's it. I know you have a guy, Claire. He say, when he's doing his house, he probably could seal other parts of his house,
Mm-hmm.
but his bedroom, he would not be sealing that
Or you
area.
want to hear the pitter patter on his
Yes, it's
oh,
just a special kind of feeling it
it
brings.
is.
Hearing the raindrops coming down on the
And you borrow
galvanized.
deeper in your covers on your bed. You don't
Yeah,
get up to go anywhere. This is
I don't know
why
why.
a lot of people do not go to work when it rains in Grenada because here in the pitter patter and it's going deep. Yes, that's why. But when I want to know if it's raining, I look out the window by the lights and I see it coming through, coming down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't hear the rain, so that's why I don't care what time, if it's rain or sun. I'm sleeping whenever.
But you do get some wind coming across your way. I
Yeah,
know that for a
yeah,
fact.
it's nice and cool there.
And then again, what is nice with where you live again, the ravine passes not far from the back of your house. So all that
Mm-hmm.
of them helping bring some cooling effect to
Yes,
your
yes.
environment, your
Mm-hmm.
immediate environment.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. So when I'm ready, I could go and hold crayfish and little ravine fish
And
and
maul it.
not that I would eat it in any way or form. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you really
Honestly,
don't give it up that soup in his hand. Go ahead.
with like what?
While getting out with weight now.
How could I? Can I change who I am?
Oh gosh, of course not. Of course
This
not.
is who I am, you know. But there are two little boys that comes in the when you weather is nice. They come to the back and hold crayfish, you know. And I said to them,
Yeah,
I said, "Do
you're
you
gonna be
eat?"
careful, yeah?
Yes. I said, "Do you
Don't
eat
make it.
this?" They tell me, "It's yes." It's coming up. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Wow.
Yeah, they have to. They hold crayfish at the back there.
That is interesting because I just telling myself this little ravine, you know.
Hmm. So here it says the temperature and humidity levels in your environment can affect how well you sleep. Rooms that are too hot or too cold may interrupt deep sleep, leaving you tired the next day. Seasonal changes also affect your bedtime routines, with longer daylight hours, sometimes leading to later bedtimes. Adjusting your room's temperature using fans or humidifiers and setting blackout curtains can help you sleep regardless of outdoor conditions. And that is quite true. Now, last weekend, we sprung into spring. So we are right now back on the same time zone, Jester. It is 11:25 here. It is 11:25 where you are.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, we were 1 hour behind. So the clock sprung forward last Saturday. But let me tell you, so you lost an hour sleep. So it affects a lot of people different ways. And this is when there are a lot of accidents because people are still in the mode of sleeping.
Yes,
So
because they
when they
know
lose
they
that
have to.
hour,
Yeah,
our body has to adjust to that.
that's it.
As well as when it's fall back in November, it gets darker quicker, and our body again has to adjust to that. So now it is the daylight saving time is on. So every day from December 26th, we gain 3 minutes on each day until June 21st. And when June 22nd, we start losing 3 minutes on each day until it gets back to December again.
All
So
right.
so it really has a big part to play in our life, this weather conditions. Where's Lorna this morning? Why she's not calling? Just a call on Lorna. Lorna, where are you?
That's your peeps, man.
No, my peeps say I call. No, my peeps. Lorna, where are you? Where you there?
Tell her maybe you have to remind her of the number, Claire.
The number is 404-1189. We have to ask Dugo to get it to scroll back across the screen.
Okay, here she comes, Claire.
Oh, there you
You
go.
wouldn't believe. You
My
wouldn't
peep.
believe it.
Oh,
Good morning.
good morning. I'm right here. Yeah.
What I should say.
Although I'm hearing sort of like a commercial in the background.
Yeah.
Maybe you should turn it off, Jester.
Just hold on a minute. If it's me here. Yeah. So
Is it better
Yeah.
now?
okay. So the topic of the weather affects human health because it alters our physical comfort. state of our mind. So physical contact. I noticed recently that a lot of people here, they're complaining with joints and body pain. And maybe that's because we remain in the cold for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So especially in the winter, you will find that you have body pain, joints, and Claire mentioned it before, migraines and headaches. That's all in the winter. Also, especially in December when it's so dark, if you walk in, you leave home in the dark and you return in the dark. So that affects you. You know, the people might be more tend to be stay inside. That's why they have seasonal disorder. And because it gets so dark so early, you might be less active in the winter. So you also tend to put on weight in the winter. And then you hear everybody, okay, they want to get the summer boys, but you have to now exercise more. Spring comes, then everybody has to exercise more. But even if you're not as active in the winter, because for me, I don't go outside walking in the winter, whereas as soon as spring and summer comes, I would start walking. But you could try to be more active inside so that you don't have to do this, extra will get back in shape.
Okay.
And you have to get to learn. I think what we have to get to learn, especially us from the Caribbean, where winter is not really our, normal weather. We have to get to love some of the things that goes on in winter and maybe try it so that we can be active. It's such a depressing time for us. And, we can enjoy it because it does affect you mentally. You have to do the story. Claire mentioned about clearing the stone. And you have to be careful how you do it. As she mentioned, there's an increased risk of heart attack. So what I do, I don't try to do everything at the one time. I do half. I come inside, I walk myself, have something hot to drink, and then I go back outside. So you just have to be adaptable, and maybe you can enjoy the weather here a little bit more. And I noticed too that when we stay too long in the cold, when we come home to Grenada, then we find it extra hot. Because now our body is getting used to being in the cold. I know when I come home, I can have sleep at night because it's so hot. I prefer the spring and the fall. Summer here, sometimes it's very hot. So the weather does have an effect on us. It affects us because it affects our physical mental state, but we just have to try to be adaptable. That's my contribution for the day.
Well, I
Thank you so very much, Lorna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have yourself a lovely day.
Yes. So there we have it. It's the cold. She said it is true that when you come from the cold weather and go to Grenada and in the hot countries, you do feel hotter for a moment until your body's acclimatized to the weather itself. And I know when I used to leave Canada and go home on vacation, if I just pick up a broom and I start to sweep Jester, it's like I'm bathing my own self, it's like just water. And I used to lose 7 pounds in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
just
is that.
Been exposed.
Yes.
Just been exposed to the climatic conditions.
Yes. So she's right on point with that one.
Yeah.
Yes. So now we talk about fitness and outdoor activities. If you enjoy running, biking, or outdoor sports, weather conditions directly influence your routines. Rain or snow may limit where and when you exercise, while heat waves may force you to modify your workout schedule. Lorna just spoke about that. When it's winter, people hardly go out and walk or so anything unless you are Caucasian or you're born in the heat in the winter. Because I've seen people Caucasian running with shorts and everything right as we speak in the dead heat of winter. Well, me, I just stayed in a window and I'm watching them and I say, more power to you. I'm waiting till the weather get nice and then I starting to make the pavement. I think when you're born in the weather here and you grew in it, it is different to you coming into it at a certain age.
Yes. I think that's an obvious situation.
Well, no, because some people come into it and they adapt to the skiing and the whatever and whatever. But most of us are cowards like me.
Well, maybe from very young. Maybe
Right.
Maybe they might create it like at age 5 or so. They might be, able to easily adapt to those who
That go at
are born
25.
with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes you have to tell yourself, let me just try something and see if you like it. Because they have a lot of winter sports, like they have skating, they have skiing, they have all kinds of different things. So it's up to you if you want to get yourself involved in winter sport. But if you're like me and you just like hot sun and so, then you're not touching
As a
that.
matter of fact, and doesn't it have a Winter Olympics? Yeah, there is a Winter Olympics.
Yeah. It finished yesterday. The whatever finished yesterday.
Paralympics.
Yes, it finished yesterday. And let me tell you, Canada lost to the women, the men, and the one on the, how do you call them again? They don't walk. The disability one. They lost all the medals. I was fit to be tied. Yeah. They lost all gold, they get all silver. And I'm like, you are the country of hockey. What's wrong?
They didn't win it outright.
You just heard me. You heard an echo?
No. Why didn't win it outright?
I don't know that. Do I play hockey?
You know what you kept into?
No, I just saw school. Because let me tell you, if I start watching game, I lose myself. I don't watch sports, I just look at the thing. I don't behave myself when I'm watching sports. I get too involved in it.
Okay. I know there are some people like that. And they can't really control their emotions.
Listen, I went to the barber shop on Saturday and the soccer was going on. I didn't know who was playing. One was wearing a blue uniform and was wearing a black and white uniform. But the one in the black and white scored, and I was so rooting for the one in the blue to score. And then the guy had the ball. The guy with the blue uniform had the ball all by his own. And I'm like, go. I forgot where I was. The guys in the barber shop, stop cutting here now.
You didn't walk with it. You didn't walk with the
meds, no.
For it to take. I forgot have that regularly already.
I forgot. And the guy look at me. 3 of them looking at me, and I'm like, go. You're all on.
Yes.
And he said to me, one of them said to me, "Are you're a sports?" I said, "No, I'm nothing to sports." And I said, "But you behave." I said, "No, that's why I stop. I don't look at anything." But it was really, so I don't participate in sports at all.
Yeah.
No. But yeah.
You must work with that thing regularly. Just to give an update on the time, it's 11:37. That's 23 minutes on the upswing to the midday.
Okay.
All right.
So we talked about how the weather has an effect on us human beings. Tell me something else, Jester, you think the weather has a big impact on?
Let me see. A
Hmm?
lot of things, the
I
weather,
said something important.
something. You beat me to the one. You have to tell me. Don't have me struggling.
I'll let you struggle. Think. You've put on your thinking cap.
So twice.
Because without it, most of us won't survive. All of us won't survive because we really need it's not water. So it is. You're gonna starve. You will starve.
For food.
Exactly. You will starve. So the effects of agriculture and food supply from the weather, right? Weather and climate significantly impact agriculture and food security. Droughts, unexpected frost, or excessive rainfall can damage crops, reduce yields, and increase food prices. These changes affect not only farmers, but the broader economy, influencing household budgets and food availability. So we talk about how it affects our bodies and our mental health and everything. We're talking about agriculture. And it is true that we talk about how expensive food is, yeah? You go to the
Yeah.
grocery store and you just buy something for $200 and you come out to the bag on your two fingers like that with hardly anything in it. And because of droughts, frost, like olive frost, because there's some crops that if you plant it like strawberry and you get olive frost, it can damage the whole crop, eh?
Okay.
So all that excessive rainfall. So and we have experienced this too. In December, everybody expect to get peas, but we had a
Well,
lot
the
of
thing,
rain at some point, and then there was no peas in December.
yeah, the thing about it for good agricultural produce, what you need is a balance with the weather pattern. You don't need so as you stated before, too much rain will be bad,
Too much
and
sun
too much sun at the same time will be
and
bad for certain
frost
crops.
and
Yeah,
drought.
yeah,
Well, because the sun, too much sun is going to lead into drought. As I heard, they're forecasting that a dry season we're going to have it really severe. So all
yes.
that impacts the food that we eat, and that causes the prices of food to go up, up and away.
But
So
while we are not about the drought, I must at this juncture applaud Nawasa that was long overdue. They just a few days ago they commissioned a new storage tank, I believe that holding up to 500,000 gallons of water. So that's a good initiative to start with. Yeah.
just you got
So
to start somewhere.
yeah.
So weather patterns also impact the ocean more than people realize and can affect fish populations. The fishermen who harvest them and the people who consume them. Flood or drought conditions, as well as severe cold snap and freezes, can wipe out entire crops. So not only is agriculture, but also the fish that you just eats.
Yeah.
The weather can have a big impact on that too.
Oh yes. Especially
So
for the low-lying fishes, like
mhm,
those fishermen that will take the little oaring boat and go out because whenever it rains heavily and the river comes down, you realize that the sea get very dirty to that
mhm.
low point, and then it affects them in a very serious way. So
And even now that we are being affected by this sargassum,
That is a next,
That again is
like
another
a
thing that
plague.
affects the fishermen.
Oh yes, seriously, in a very serious way, Claire.
Mm. Because you cannot
Yes,
push your hook inside and come up with a fish. You're coming up with this the thing.
this is real problem, and at times this sarcasm seaweed does be very thick on the water. Yeah, it creates a lot of problem for fishermen.
And when we cannot get fish, for the people like you that just eat fish, how do you survive?
Well, when I can't get fish, I eat salt fish,
But it's
other
fish.
products
You
of
got to hold the
other
fish to get the
products of
saltfish. You know
fish.
that, right?
Well, Claire, we don't produce saltfish here, so
well, well, no, they didn't say that in the Caribbean the weather impacts it. It talks about the ocean.
all right.
And the ocean includes where the saltfish come from, the fish come from, so that you can eat too. So it's everywhere. We are being affected by that. So if you notice that with the weather pattern, with the sargassum, and so you won't be getting fish anytime soon, and there's saltfish, start storing up on your saltfish so that if fish gets scarce, you can turn to saltfish. It can stay in your freezer and last for a very long time.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So okay.
I,
So then
I'll
it
take
has.
heed of your advice.
Yeah. Honestly, because we have to take this thing serious, because when we think about just the weather pattern, we're thinking about the effect on us as humans alone. But look at the amount of things that it affects: the food, the ocean, the way you sleep, all of this.
Yes. That's why from the very beginning, since I did hearing the topic, I know that the impact is having it's widespread, it's broad based.
So here now the weather patterns and jet streams. So most scientists and meteorologists post that increased CO2, which is carbon dioxide, and other greenhouse gases leaching into the atmosphere results in global warming, aka climate change, which many
Which is
people often
showing.
mistake as a simple increase in temperatures. Scientists have linked climate change with extreme weather conditions that include floods and droughts, lightning strike, wildfires, unusual heat waves, and the changes in the jet streams that settle the earth. So it's not only the ocean now, it's not only our food, it's not only our body, but also the jet streams and it increased carbon dioxide or greenhouse gases. And because of this greenhouse gases that is leaching into the atmosphere, we have this thing called global warming. We throw the word global warming across as though it's nothing. But believe me, it has a big impact on our lives.
Yes, that's for sure. The ozone layer has been destroyed time and time again. Yeah.
And not only that, it contributes to floods, drought, lightning strike, wildfire. So as we head into the dry season now, that's why the forestry says, Ministry of Forestry and whatever says, do not burn. You got to get permission to burn, because let me tell you, with the heat and dry season, ignition takes place like bam, that's it. Fire just starts on its own.
I don't know. For some reason, Grenadians just love to burn, to be honest. And doing agriculture from the days of being at secondary school, burning was not advisable at all. In no way. Because when you clear the lands, right, and you allow the grass to
To
rot. It's
mulch.
actually creating exactly. So why do you have to burn? Grenadians just love to burn, and I hate it, hate it, hate it. That habit we have, every little thing we just want to burn, 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 and it's a problem. When you burn, you're affecting the
The balance
nematodes in
of
the
this, yeah.
soil.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is just, I don't know. They
So
just love to
I'm,
burn.
I'm not sure if sometimes you hear about California wildfires. Was
Yeah,
it last year or 2 years ago? They had a fire in Jasper in Canada, and it destroyed a whole community and then some. And it wasn't that somebody start. Sometimes people go camping and they do not put out the fires properly, and that causes forest fires. But most of the fires that start in dry season is just from the heat and the embers.
just recently down here, we had two bushfires. We had one in Lacalome,
Mm-hmm.
that started in the cane field. And I mean, I must congratulate the firemen for and other community members for putting up with that fire to help restrain that fire from further widespread. And just recently, there again, we had one in the Perseverance area. So,
Mm.
and these bushfires are very, very serious. It can become very, very scary
Very
for us as
dangerous.
citizens.
Dangerous.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Because it's just a spark and it could take out a few houses in the area if it's not contained. And we have to obey when the policeman or whoever or the Ministry of Environment says do not light fires without getting permission,
And you
because it
know,
can cause
usually
chaos to everybody.
we hear of these things all the time. Year after year, the fire officers, the policemen, they usually be on certain programs, on certain media centers, and making mention of that. But to me, I don't believe it usually be severely enforced, meaning that those who commit the act, right, and go against the law to face the consequences.
That's
So no
true.
wonder why it continues to happen year after year. People just
Mm.
become very callous, and just the fire just get out of hand, and all because they are not adhering to what the rules or the policies are with regards to burning.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Was it the last year or a year and a half ago? There was a fire in Grand Tanks somewhere, and it was started just by instant combustion with nobody lighting it or anything. It just triggered itself a fire. So when we have that already, and then you have people burning, then that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Oh yes.
So let's make sure we take heed, say it over and over, Jester, do not light fire without getting permission from the Ministry of Environmental, whatever it is.
Yes.
So,
Because by right, they're supposed to seek permission first. There are certain procedures. Anybody that want to burn, there are certain procedures that they have to go through. They first have to, I think, um, apply to the agricultural district. They have to go through the process, and it's a whole heap set of thing they go through. But who pays heed to that? People just clear the land, and they just feel like sometimes they don't even inform their neighbors. That's how bad it is at times. They
and
don't, and they're
and let me
supposed to
tell
inform the
you,
neighbors.
people that are burning stuff close to their homes, they're not aware of the emotional and mental and physical impact that it has on their neighbors, eh? Because earlier we spoke about how people suffer with allergies and sinuses and all this kind of stuff. People that suffer with asthma. When you burn things that is close to your neighbors, it depends on what you burn. If you burn plastic bottles and all that, that can set off somebody's asthma and cause them to die. It can set off your sinus. You cannot, because it's all about respiratory. If you cannot breathe properly, chances are you end up in hospital or by LACWA.
Yes,
And I'm serious about this.
Yeah, burning is a very serious, serious thing. You understand? And some
Peop-
people are very, very inconsiderate. They are just like some smokers. You understand? Who some of them, I believe, probably thinking it's a way of showing of the manhood. They will come meet you in
or
an area.
womanhood.
If it, eh, well, yeah, all of that too. But maybe you could see that. You know, in a nice, clean environment, you're just there relaxing, and all of a sudden they just come along and they just light the cigarette and or whatever. And this is just so much gross disrespect.
And again, if you're smoking a cigarette and you finish with it, make sure that it's out. Because if you throw it somewhere and there's some dry straw or something like that, you can actually start a forest fire. You can start a fire by just doing that, just throwing it out and just walk away. You can blaze a place. So there are a lot of little things that we can take into consideration and do to prevent the flames of a fire. You understand? Because the outside is dry. It's getting into dry season, as I said, and that's why I sticking out a bit. We're getting into dry season. Be aware of your surroundings and be careful what you do around your home and around the environment that you live in.
I hope members out there who are hearing pay particular heed of your advice and they spread the message around because that is absolutely critical. Claire, it's 5 minutes on the upswing. I guess by now we should be putting the wrap on the program.
Yes, we are
So
coming into the
just looking
conclusion. I
out.
time my thing. Leave me alone.
Because let me tell you something, I'm not helping you wrap no time today.
No. I know you got to go and broadcast at into college sports, and I don't want to
Robbie
take that
TV,
away from you.
sometimes I do broadcast, God.
Well,
I
you're
tell
there. You get invitation, and that is the first step. So, in conclusion, ultimately, the interplay between weather, climate, and our lives is vast and multifaceted, affecting everything from our daily choices to the broader framework of economies and health systems. Acknowledging our interconnectedness with the environment allows us to make informed decisions about our actions and policies. Embracing sustainability and resilience in our communities can lead to a more balanced existence in harmony with the natural world. Taking responsibility for our environmental footprint, it's not just a choice. It is an essential step towards ensuring a healthy planet for future generations. As we navigate the complexities of our changing climate, awareness, adaptation, and cooperation will be the key to thriving in this evolving landscape. So that's it in a nutshell. We are living in times when we have to be extremely particular about the weather pattern and how it affects us mentally, physically, emotionally, and all the alley. All of it. So I'd like to say thank you so very much for having us again on another Tuesday for the mental health program Take 5 with CJ and Jester. And
Ladies and
this,
gentlemen.
hold on, Jester. And this program is called Stressors of Life. We are doing it in 3 parts. This first part was how does the weather affect us mentally? Next week, we'll have the second portion, And the following week, we'll have the third portion. And I'm not telling you what the second one is and the third one. Tune in and you will know. Thank you, guys.
Once again, listeners and viewers, I want to take the time off to say a very special thank you for sacrificing your morning period of a Tuesday morning to be with us, to be enlightened. And it's a learning process, not just for you, the listeners and viewers out there, but also for Claire and I. And indeed, it was a wonderful, wonderful program this morning. We have come to the end, and that is why I gotta take my leave.
It is the time to do this, Jester. The time to dance.
Say that again.
It's time
What
to
are you saying, Claire?
dance. It's time to dance.
You will dance. I don't have no time to dance today. You will dance. You Claire, you
Oh,
will do that.
gosh.
You'll get the theme song, man.
Yes, so thanks, guys. And we know everybody dances with us. I know Lorna dances with us, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Lorna dances with us.
Of course. The
I,
Take Five with CJ and Jester song, you know.
I only does dance when I get smoothie.
Oh, well, you make your own smoothie. Smoothie on hiatus right now.
Yeah.
Yes. How did you take yourself out? Put yourself out so that people could see you dancing. What's wrong with you?
Me, I don't dancing, Claire. You have to
Well, let me
change.
dance. You have
Yeah.
hit theme song, new theme song, and you'll get it.
To you. No contracts, no added prices
No,
for sports or premium
no, one on top
packages.
it.
We certainly don't have to pull
Oh,
tricks
we'll
like
get
cable and
it
satellite
now.
companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond.
Start
We
with that.
Noise TV.
Start
We
with
have
that.
everything like Netflix, Disney, and
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy and not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices come, what's the care? Two good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your friend. Peace and hope you're sure to find. We'll take the CJ and Jester. Talking truth, take pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon. Holding space, just for you.
Claire, later, girl.
Bye. See you next week. Take care. Later.
One love and all the best.
Bye-bye.
Take
Bye.
CJ and Jester. It's okay to not be okay. Let's talk it out, don't drift away. Mental health and matters most, so come in close and raise a toast to the ones who bite each other.